Hey everyone and welcome. It's Angelo, and it's been a little over a month since I posted a video, but that's okay because I'm here today to tell you that my Supra is now up and running as of pre-4th of July, like the weekend of 4th of July. And I know the last video you saw of the Supra, I was talking about getting it up and running, the things I had to get fixed. So far so good, everything is up and running. I was able to keep an eye on any symptoms that might happen, but so far so good. I haven't seen anything that should have happened, especially at 126,000 miles. I did a lot of stuff. There's still little tweaks I need to do, like cosmetics, but under the hood I think it's up and running, other than any maintenance that I need to do, such as any oil changes. The differential I'll have to check on as well. Since 4th of July weekend, that's when I got it up and running. I had to just drive it maybe every couple days just to see if there was any issues with the exhaust or like smoke. The first day that I got it up and running, because it's been sitting since October, there was a lot of smoke coming out. And again, remember, I had oil, both oils were in here not flushed, and the gas was still in the tank. So after driving it home, less and less smoke. It was about like a 30-minute drive. A few days after that, still less and less smoke, and almost like no smoke whatsoever. Now I'm pretty sure when I bought this car, I was told that the oil might be burning, so I may have to get either the head gasket or the cylinder heads checked out. But other than that, it's running really well. I just got it inspected 2 weeks ago, so everything passed, which is great. And I'm gonna show you guys like a walk around. I'll show you under the hood. Now, if there's any questions you have for me, just put them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer it, just like I did in the last Supra video when I was working on it in the garage. Make sure you subscribe. One of the things I need to get fixed is a lock switch bezel for the driver door. Luckily, I was able to find one on Etsy for, I believe, about 30 bucks. The guy had left and right, so I was able to get that 3D printed. I do have one for the right side, but it keeps falling off. But it is the original, and I have it in the glove compartment, so that's that. I'm also working on an issue trying to diagnose the cigarette lighter. I am getting voltage. I'm getting about 8 volts. I need to be having at least 12 in here, otherwise this thing is not going to work. I tried cleaning the inside so that when I put a plug in there, that it makes a nice clean contact, but that didn't do anything. I believe the issue is behind the socket, so I'm going to have to pull it out, reseat the wire possibly, and see if it fixes it. Otherwise, get a new one of these sockets. But it's kind of ridiculous because right now I've been using my backup portable charger everywhere I go on the Supra because I have no way of charging my phone. Yay, car issues. As I mentioned in the past video, I'm not a mechanic, so I'm learning as I'm going, but little things like this is helping me learn a lot so that when I get other cars in the future, I know exactly what issues to look out for. And I know most of the 90s, early 2000s, like Japanese cars, Toyota, Honda, Mitsubishi, I'm sure they're very similar with parts other than the engines. So I am learning a lot. So everything looks good so far. I do have the emblem. I have to actually find the back plate to it so I can put it in, otherwise it looks ugly. And this is pretty much everything under the hood here. So I got my spark plug wires, my fan, new belts were added, new seals. I'll put everything in the description of what I've done. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free to ask me anything, maybe what parts I use, but I use Rock Auto for most of my stuff. Some gaskets I had to get on eBay because I couldn't find them anywhere. Like I said, if you have any questions, definitely hit me up with them. Or if you're thinking about getting a Supra, I'll tell you what the challenges are with this car. Most people will tell you the 7M GE or just the 7M engine is probably one of the toughest engines, because I think when Toyota made it, they didn't seal the head gasket right, or they used a plastic one, so it's very easy to blow at some point. But a lot of people put like a 1JZ or 2JZ engine in these things. One of the issues I'm having is on this door specifically, the driver door, is that when I open this door, this pushes in. So it's kind of bending in the molding and the bumper, which kind of annoying, so I'm gonna have to see why that's happening. Otherwise, the other door works perfectly and everything works, like windows, the lock, but I have to figure it out because it's kind of annoying getting in and out of the car. So I actually have the molding and I have the piece for here, and it looks a little rusty. I have the clips that I had to get from Toyota, and it was kind of a pain because they didn't have the exact ones I needed, but I was able to get other ones, which I'll show you. And I had to sand them down with a sand grinder because the clip was actually too big. But I'll put a photo up so you can see the original, what I bought from Toyota, which was about $1.50 a piece, I believe, and the aftermath of sanding it down. And it actually does fit in here. The only problem is this one. And somebody else who also has a, I believe an '89 Supra, also has this, I think, on the driver's side. So I don't know if this piece is supposed to be here, but I have a clip that slides in. But because this is the first one, it's hard to get in and line the other ones up. So I'm kind of working on that. The problem is if I put all of them in without that one and somebody opens the door, the molding bends in here and it falls out. So if somebody were to sit in my car, there's a chance that it'll fall off as soon as they open the passenger side door. Otherwise, it should be okay to drive with on, but I wouldn't want to take the risk of having one clip off and it falling off the highway. Not to mention, if you're going 55, 60, the wind could brush up against it and pull it down. So we don't want that to happen. So I just had new struts put in, and these things are obviously brand new. The old ones didn't have enough like of the hydraulics, so it would actually close. So I had to put a piece of wood to hold this thing open. But this looks good. I have the little privacy cover, which is a little ripped. I think this is leather. I'm not sure if it's leather or plastic, but it's a little bit ripped, but it's okay. It hides pretty much everything I need in here, but I don't really need a privacy cover. It'd be nice to just kind of sit in here and relax like in the summertime if I go to like a park or a beach. But other than that, this is also one of my favorite things. I love this like 45-degree angle hatchback. I've never had a hatchback, so this thing is really, really cool and I really love it. There's a side molding right here. And again, if you looked at the photo, you would see that the original clip is a little bit different than this one, which is fine. It slides in. And I have one of these in the car. I got it for about 20 bucks, which I need to figure out how to get on here. This is plastic, so I'm gonna have to melt it off or put it back in place. It's just annoying seeing those holes on the side of the car. I want the trim on there, and you know, the rust doesn't help, but other than that, I care about functionality over cosmetics, because as long as the car is running, I'd rather know that it's in good shape. I can deal with cosmetics later. You don't want a car that's gonna break down on you after you spent $2,000–3,000 on vinyl and then find out, wow, okay, I have a showpiece car. It's a paperweight for the garage or the car show. I have to tow it, I can't turn it on. So, baby steps, baby steps. But I love the progress so far. I honestly doubted myself so many times. There's no way in hell or heaven or earth that I was gonna finish this car by myself. I mean, with the help of my brother, he helped me occasionally on weekends, but I was ready to give up on this car, send it to a shop and have them fix it. I kid you not. As I mentioned before, because I like to help you guys out, not just make a video for the hell of it. This is the original lock bezel for the passenger door, which we saw. This is the 3D printed one, which comes with metal clips, and it's got the lock with the arrow, so you know which way to lock the car. They both lock the same way, so if you know which way it goes, you don't have to even look, you just feel it, right? This is the piece that I bought, which goes on the molding, the piece that I told you that this clips onto, but because of those black plastic heads, I have to like peel them out and put them back in here. I don't know if I can use like a caulking gun or a glue gun just to seal it on the top so that it sits in place. That's basically it. So very little cosmetics I need to do right now other than like a nice vinyl or paint job. But listen, if it runs, that's all I care about. I have all summer, all fall to figure out this stuff. I went to 2 car shows so far. One of them that didn't have any Mark 3s, but I did see a Mark 2 Supra. And last Sunday, I actually was in line with 3 or 4 other Mark 3s and a Mark 2 at a nice car show here in New York. Please follow both Instagrams, FueledNFurious and Fueled_Mk3. FueledMK3 is gonna be specifically just for this car, any projects that I do. So yeah, that's basically it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.